Hello everyone. Welcome to Python tutorial series. In this session, we will be focusing on the string data type and we will also look into some of the interview questions. So let's get started. Let's start with our string data type. So here I have defined a string which is var string and assigned some value to it. Now I just want to print this string, so I can simply do print and the string, a variable name. This will print my string. So here we can see the string is printed. Now let's see if I want to print the only first character from the string, that you can do by indexing it with 0. Let's say now I want to print only the last character from the string. You can do that with indexing -1. Okay, so in Python, we have two types of indexes, positive index and negative index. Positive index starts from left and starts with 0. So here T is at my 0th position, H is 1, E is at second position, then space, and T is at fourth position, and so on. Also, the negative index starts from the right and it starts with -1. So in my case, this S will be at -1 position. This is at -2, -3, and so on. So here now it will print S. Let's say I want to print all the characters from the string after fifth character. Okay. So here you can do string slicing. Whenever we specify colon, it is called as the slicing. So here it will print all the characters starting from fifth character. So please note that whenever I specify 5 here, the fifth character is inclusive. It is included in my output. So here THE, this is my three characters, space is 4, and fifth is T. So this will print everything starts from, sorry, this is fourth and E is my fifth character. So it has printed everything from the E character. Fifth character is always inclusive. Let's say now I want to print some four characters after this fifth character. Okay. So I can say simply 5 plus 4 is 9. So this will print four characters. Fifth character will be inclusive. So ECH and the one space is there. So ECH and space will be printed here. Okay, sprint, you cannot see the space, but it is printed here. So how to remember this? Let's say first index is always inclusive, that you can keep in mind. But whenever there are two indexes, just make sure that how many characters it will print. So you can simply do 9 minus 5 so that the four characters will be printed where fifth character is always inclusive. Okay. Now I want to print some characters starting from fifth character, but I don't want to print last three characters. So I can simply say -3. This will skip my last three character. ALS will not be printed here. Okay. It starts from E and ends at I. So ALS is not printed. Now let's say I want to add some values into my string. So I can simply do plus and whatever you want to add, new value for example. This will print the new value is the added value. Let's say I want to duplicate my string. Basically, I want to print my string twice. So you can simply do multiply by 2. You can use any number, the number of time you want to print the string. So here the tutorials and this is printed twice. Okay. Now let's just see some common string functions provided by the Python. Okay, so here I have declared two string, which is var string. I have given a sentence here and then name. Let's just say I want to check if tech is present into my string or not. I can simply say whether tech in string. It will return me true or false depending on string is present or not. The tech is present in my string. If I want to check for tech 1, it will return me false because tech 1 is not present into my string. Now let's say I want to check the index for the tech. Basically, at what index this tech word start in the string. Okay, so I can say var string index and tech. Okay, it should give me the character index. So in this case, 1 0 1 2 3, and it should give me 4 because tech starts at fourth index. Okay. Now let's say I want to find out the index for tech, but I want to ignore initial few characters. Then I can simply say, let's say for example, 5. In this case, it will ignore first 5 characters and then start its search. Okay. So now this index will not be returned to us. Instead, index for this tech will be returned. So the index for now tech is 37. If I want to check how many times the take occurred in my string, I can simply use the count function provided by the Python, which can give me the count number of times the word occurred in the string. If I want to check if my string is numeric, I can simply use isNumeric function. So because my string is not numeric, it return me false. But let's say if I use any other value here, some numeric value, this should return me true. So is numeric now return me true. Uh, in order to change the case for the strings, uppercase or lowercase, we can use either upper function or we can use lower function. This will change uppercase to lowercase, lowercase to uppercase. If I want to split my string with some default separator, I can use a split function provided by Python. When there is no separator provided, the space will be assumed as a different separator. Hence, the split will produce me a list assuming my separator is space. Let's say now I don't want to use space as my separator. Instead, I want to use some text from the string as a separator, substring. Let's say I want to use text as my separator. Then what result it produces? Okay. Notice the difference here because we have used tech as a separator. This tech will not be included here. Instead, the string will be splitted based on the tech occurrences. So this is my tech. So the first item of the list will be the, then tech is my separated, will not be included in the list. Then this is my next parameter in the list, and then tech is my separator, has not included in the list, and then the remaining part added into the list. Okay, so whenever you want to split your string with some substring, you can simply provide that as a separator. Okay, if you want to replace something in a string, we can use a replace function, or here once we use the replace function, all occurrences of tech will be replaced with first. Okay, so here we can see all occurrences of tech replace with now. Okay, if you want to search the index for tech in your string, you can simply use find function. Now we have already seen the index function, and here we have a find function. So what is the difference? Let's say in index function, if the string is not present, I have given here as a tech1. This is not present into my var string, so it will fail with exception saying substring is not found. But that's not the case with find function. First find will return the index of the substring, whatever you have provided. If that string is not present into the string, it will return -1 as an index. When it is -1, that means string is not found in the text. Usually this find happens from the left, but if you want to search string from the right, then you can simply use rfind. So now here in earlier case, right, we have you just find, so it will start from the left and first index will be written. In case of rfind, it will start from the right and the last index will be written. So here if we see, the first index for take is 4 and the last index for take is 37. So here are a few assignment questions on the strings. So the very first one is we want to reverse words in a given string, where let's say if input is given as the TechShart Python tutorials, we want to reverse the words. Please note that we don't want to reverse the string, but instead we just want to reverse the words from the string. Okay, so the output will look like tutorials, which was the last word in the input, will appear first. The second last word as it is will appear as a second word. The third last word will appear as is as a third word. So we want to reverse the words from a given list. So just give it a try, write down answers in the comment section. We will discuss all these problems at the end of this series. The next question is we want to remove all vowels from the string. So again, the input string is same, the Texture Python tutorials. So we want to remove all vowels from the string, which is A, E, I, O, U. We just want to remove those from the string. The third question is you can just figure it out whether strings are mutable or immutable. If it is mutable, how we can verify this? Even if it is immutable, how we can verify this? So just try it out these questions. We will solve this question at the end of this series. Thank you.